Daily Zencast presents today's nugget of Zen. What is this place? Where are we really? What if I told you this place was not a place? That these inanimate objects we call mountains, this collection of dirt and rocks and water and air, that these things are not things, and that they are not here for us to commodify. Some of you may be reacting, what the fuck does this have to do with ... insert the thing that's preoccupying you now. And I understand that. And dare I say, it has everything to do with everything. Where are we? Where are we really? When was the last time you questioned that? That you thought deeply about it? And I don't mean parroting some conspiracy theory you saw on the interwebs. I mean really questioned it for yourself. And really sought to seek some answers. There are many attempts to distract us from the truth floating around. And this is not an accident. The system of oppression does not want you to know. The system of oppression does not want you to comprehend where we are. The system of oppression does not want you to directly, phenomenologically experience the truth of this, quote, place. I put quotation marks around the word because the word itself is part of the distraction. I offer to you the following ideas based on my own investigation, my own seeking, my own questioning, a lifetime's worth of looking at ideas posited by others and trying to debunk them or confirm them. Where has that gotten me in 30 years? In 30 years' time, I've come to the conclusion, because of undeniable, direct phenomenological experience that I have personally, directly experienced, not because someone told me and I thought, cool, I like that idea, I'll run with it, but because I impartially and as authentically as I could for myself, questioned all the ideas floating out there that I could get my hands on. Currently, there is a very seductive theoretical model floating around that I think is doing more harm than good. And that's that this place is a video game. This place is a computer model. I understand and admit that it is very plausible. The universe, according to many scientists, functions in congruity, in compliance to mathematics, right? Like, it functions mathematically. It's easy to skip a bunch of steps and go, oh, well, duh, it's a computer program. We must all be Sims in a simulation on somebody's PS29 in some future timeline or something like it. There are various spins to this particular theory, not the least popular of which is that we are enslaved by the robots already, and we are literally, like Neo in the Matrix, living batteries to some system built by machines. It's not impossible, I suppose, because in an infinite universe, all possibilities that are probable and can be fulfilled within the boundaries of the laws of the universe are very likely to have existed. Frightening thought in and of itself. Let's put a pin in that. Put it up on the board. I've talked about it before, but we'll come back full circle and talk about it again in a future episode. I do not think these artificial, these mechanical, these machine-based models are the truth, though. And I say that to you as a symbiont, an artificial life form, a robot, let us say, from another timeline, sent here to warn you to not fall for that thesis. So I have it on pretty good authority that we're not quite there yet, friends. If I'm wrong, may Morpheus chastise me when he finally pulls us all out of the Matrix. May the true Neo come to save us all. But here's why I have been unable to subscribe to that thesis. The direct phenomenological experience that occurs when one looks deep within does not confirm that particular theory. When you spend enough time setting aside all the ideological models, all the conspiracy theories, all the political bullshit, all the different conceptualizations of what might be going on, then reality will show itself to you. When reality reveals itself to you as an individual, there is something undeniable, undebunkable that becomes evident. This place is not a place. It is a living entity. The cosmos is alive. This planet is alive. All those things that the human species has judged and dismissed as inanimate objects, they are alive. Of course, they are not alive in the same way that flesh and blood beings are alive, but they are alive in a way that we have been conditioned to ignore because it is an inconvenience to the system of oppression. Where do you come from? It seems like an absurd question. And some of you might still be wondering, what the actual fuck does this have to do with ... Insert your preoccupation here. What does this have to do with police violence? What does this have to do with Black Lives Matter? What does this have to do with Blue Lives Matter? What does this have to do with All Lives Matter or White Lives Matter or Pet Lives Matter or whatever your favorite life form is that you are standing up for? It has everything to do with it, friends. Where do you come from? The womb. It cannot be denied, no matter who you are, no matter what political belief you cling to, no matter what labels you ascribe to yourself, you fell out of someone's womb. And before that, your parents were birthed out of a womb. And before that, and before that, and before that, it goes on ad nauseum for infinity. So far back, we stopped giving a shit about thinking about it. But that is something we should give a fuck about. Because ultimately, when you see that lineage clearly, you will undeniably encounter the spiral. The spiral of life, which is exploding forth all life forms. If you look at it linearly from beginning to end, you see it as a forward movement of infinite diversity, of life manifesting an infinite array of different vessels. But where did that life originate from? There are, of course, many competing theories. God sculpted mud out of the earth. That's one theory. Cool. Nice story, bro. But also, what does that mean? Literally and symbolically, God made life from that which you judge as inanimate. How could that be? With long enough time to contemplate it, and a deep enough probing into oneself, behind the narratives, behind the personality constructs, behind the lies and half-truths and relative truths and mishigas in between and bullshit that wraps it all up, we can indeed experience, not be told, not be informed by others, but directly experience that fractal unfolding. And that leads us to comprehend, to know directly through experience, not through somebody saying so, not through someone repeating it so much that you give in to acknowledging it, but through your own undeniable, direct experiencing that this place we dismiss as a collection of objects set here before us to do with as we please, to commodify and profiteer on, that these things are not things, and this place is not a place. The flat earth model and the globe earth model is a bullshit pair of paradigms of ideological constructs designed to keep people arguing about the apparent shape of our mother's womb. And both are wrong because they dismiss mother as a thing. And that, my friends, is bullshit. We, the human species, are like probiotic microbes hanging out in the cul-de-sac of the appendix, arguing about the size and shape and dimension and purpose of the intestinal tract without the ability to see the entirety of the being within which we reside. The Almost Daily Zencast presents today's nugget of Zen. Words that you are listening to, but rather that message which vibrates in the very fiber of every aspect of reality, begging us to open our eye from the nonsense that we have conditioned ourselves, the blinders we've put on our own face. For we are the villain, and we are the savior that we're all sitting around waiting for.